Hello. Oh. Hello, hello, hello. It's one of those. It's gonna be one of those. It's got all the makings of being one of those. Oh, you just know it's gonna be one of those, don't you? You just know when it's gonna be one of those. And I feel as though on the day it's got all the makings of being one of those, does it not? Goodness me. Hello. Hello and welcome. Shall we get started? We're here, baby. We're here for another one. Quite possibly the last one. The last one. Not for me. Not for me. But most possibly the last one for Enzo Maresca. I posted a video yesterday based on the shenanigans, the drama, the uproar, the ins and the outs of what I believe to be going on at Stamford Bridge regarding Enzo Maresca. He wants to be sacked. It's as simple as that. There's no two ways about it. Enzo Maresca wants to be sacked. You know? I just don't see any way back from this. He thank you very much, Andy. Do appreciate that. He had a chance, he had every chance to apologize, to retract or redact his statement, and he chose not to. Now, just turn down my light a little bit. I'm very pale indeed. He chose not to, and by no means did he double down, I would say. He just didn't go back on what he said, you know? He kind of was like, you heard what I said. I'm not going to elaborate any further on that. And make of it what you will, pretty much. My immediate assumption from that is that the relationship between him and the board and the sporting directors and so on has fallen apart beyond repair for now. And then you look at his starting 11 today, and you just think he wants to go. He's doing everything he can. He's doing everything in his power to get himself sacked. Shall we have a look? Because it's just laughable. As lineups go, that's 11 changes. 11 changes. It's ridiculous. The bench is nuts. I mean, what have we got? We've got a goalkeeper. We've got 2 right backs, 2 centre backs, 2 wingers, someone who does it all, and 1 midfielder. No Esteval. Rumours are circulating that he's ill. Obviously, there is a flu going around at the moment. Maybe I gave it to him. I don't know. Maybe he caught it. So I mean, I had the flu the other day. Might have travelled downwind. You know. Yeah, Just H's using the emojis perfectly there. I'm a bit lost for words because, listen, typically you kind of look at this and you think we're gonna lose. This is made for us to lose. This is made for us to get absolutely torn apart. But such as the life of a Chelsea fan, we know we're probably going to win this now. And I reckon Maresca's going to be a bit like, oh, for fuck's sake. I wanted to lose, you know? I reckon it's one of those where he's just like, come on. Get me gone. I want to go. Get me gone. Because he's not gonna resign, is he? Any manager with a brain that's worked at Chelsea or in any job, in a managerial job, knows that resigning is never the right idea. You don't get paid out if you resign. And the only reason he's staying now is to... It's crazy how quickly this has come about. Crazy. Absolutely mental. About 3 games ago, I had people gunning for me saying, he's the future. Maresca, he's going to be here for a while. Get used to it. You know, he's the man for the job. And 3 games later, he's gone. Or as good as gone. It's so weird. And I know it's as a result of him feeling as though he's not been backed. You know, it's an issue with the board. It's once again someone speaking out against the higher ups. You know? Lunchbox saying, come on, mate, give this team a chance. Stranger things have happened in football. Do you mean Cardiff? Glenn saying it's only Cardiff. Whenever we've said this season, what's going on with my eyebrow, for fuck's sake? What's that? Whenever we've said this season, it's only Carabao. It's only Sunderland. It's only, you know, I don't know, fucking whoever. We always get our pants pulled down. Here we go. He's getting questioned now. In case we are able to win, it's another semi-final. $11 changes. Being asked about how to balance the squad. It's the same old bollocks. He doesn't look happy. He doesn't sound happy either. I don't know. I think we're going to win. I'm confident we are going to win. More so because I feel like it's one of those where everyone's expecting us to lose, and so naturally we're going to win, you know? It's a weird starting 11, you're right. George hasn't been in the squad for weeks. Buonanotte hasn't been in the squad for weeks, if not months. Gittins isn't the most confident, but he did score in the game against Wolves. Mark Guiu, this is a good one for him. Santos has played roughly a few games so far this season. Caicedo is Caicedo, and I think above all else, I think Caicedo being in the squad now means that this is a really good chance. We've got a better chance than if he wasn't in the squad. If it was Enzo, I think we would probably be in a bit of a troubling situation, you know. And then the back four is just shambolic. Absolutely awful. And then we got Jorgensen in goal, which doesn't riddle me with too much confidence either. A big shout out to Nav once again. It's Badia Shield time and Tosin. Oh no. Thank you for the super chat, mate. makes me feel somewhat better. Probably not. I wouldn't say it does at all, actually. I've got me cup of tea. Mr. Chelsea is here. Thank you very much. A nice brew to get me through this game. This is our third to last game of the calendar year, the 2025 calendar year. We've got Newcastle next. We've got Cardiff today, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and then Bournemouth. So this is our fourth to last game of the calendar year. So, you know, we've still got quite a few to go. It's a bold lineup. It's, yeah. In Maresca we trust, eh? Like I say, if this doesn't scream sack me, I don't know what will. I reckon this is the biggest sort of fuck you to the board. Because you've got to think, right? So let's put it into perspective. What has, and this is all alleged, this is all under assumption, right? What we know, or what we think we know, is that Maresca is unhappy with the depth that he has, with the secondary options that he has, with the replacement or the rotational options that he has. He's not happy with the players that he has. Okay? We've had the uproar, we've had the fisticuffs and everything in terms of verbal from Enzo Maresca. He's then been told he has to explain himself, to which I think he's told everyone to fuck off and just read between the lines. And then he's come out today and has put out quite possibly the weakest starting 11, minus Moises Caicedo, that you could possibly have asked for. Obviously, there is talent on that squad. But to do a full change of 11 players, it's him putting it in paper, in writing, for all to see. This is our backup squad. And it's nowhere near as good as our first team, is probably the point he's trying to make here. This is calculated. This is completely and utterly intended to be interpreted as we are. Okay? So if you're thinking he's done this on purpose and he's put out the worst team imaginable, yes, you're right. It's by design. He's absolutely done it on purpose. You know, it's Tuesday. We've got quite a few days to go until we play on Saturday, albeit it's a 12:30 kickoff at Newcastle as well. Naturally, you wouldn't be playing Cole Palmer, but at the same time, you'd kind of think maybe on the bench. They've said he can't play 3 games in a week, so I can get Cole Palmer. You know? But again, he himself, a couple of games ago, I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been the Leeds game. Unsure. I think it was the Leeds game where we opted for Tosin over Achimpong. There was that game recently where after the game he said, I probably should have given Achimpong the starting place in the defence and not at right back. But now he's played him at right back again. It's petty sort of mind games, I would assume. And it's just the biggest cry for help / sacking that you'll see. Ibreak said they ask him to rotate. They ask him to rotate. I guarantee you're right. But this is taking the piss. This is him saying, oh, rotate. Okay. here you go. And, you know, rotate he has. And we've kind of got to see what we do here. In terms of Cardiff, right? What are they? League One. The ball, you know, it's in our favour, naturally. It should be a win. It should. But plenty of times this season, we have underestimated opponents and been made fools of, you know. That said, I do think we're going to win. I don't think it's going to be pretty. But I am still going to go with a comfortable 3-1. I think they'll score. But because there isn't much in the way of chemistry, because it is a completely rotated 11, I think it's not going to be pretty at all. I think it's going to be quite messy. But I do think the quality compared to a League One side, I think will be enough to see us through. But I would argue that it is Enzo Maresca trying to make a point, pretty much. If we lose, I feel as though there really isn't much else to do than part ways. Based on the fact that it is clear that Maresca is annoyed. He's pissed off. I'm not being funny. People can say, it's only Cardiff. It's a quarter final of a domestic cup. A domestic cup that we have not won. Not just the Carabao, but FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Premier League. I know that's not a similar thing. You know what I mean? It's a cup. It's a trophy. It's domestic silverware. And no matter what you make of the Carabao Cup, when you're in the quarterfinals against fucking Cardiff City, you better fucking win. You better win. And so, going in this week, sort of like going in as weak as we have with this squad, it's undermining, it's underestimating, and it's disrespectful to Cardiff in a quarter-final. You know? It's a risk that could pay off, but I'm just saying I don't see it being a risk that he's taking in the sense that people think like, oh, it's only Cardiff. This team can do the job. And then we've done it and we've rested players. So tickety-boo, you know? It really does seem like a calculated attempt to piss off the board, you know? I could be reading into it a little bit too much, but Enzo Maresca, based on his comments in the last one and the one before that in the press conferences, he has all but left it up to speculation and interpretation. So what is one to do? What is one to do in these situations? Glenn, mate, you're getting on my fucking tits today, mate. It's like you're not listening to a word I've said. And it's also as though you've not watched a single game this season where we have underestimated the opponent. You know? The Enzo Outers are loving this lineup. Chelsea fans aren't liking this lineup. You know? As a fan who just wants to win every game, this doesn't riddle me with the most confidence, but at the same time, you've got to have it in you to think that we are good enough to beat Cardiff as a League One side, you know? If they're not good enough, they shouldn't be in a Chelsea shirt. I don't think it's necessarily down to that. I think a lot of it is, you've never even heard of Buonanotte. I'm assuming you are an Arsenal fan, so I'll let that slide. But I just feel like we've seen so many times this season, whenever it's heavily rotated And it's never been so rotated like this. The game plan, the message from Maresca, the formation, the style of play, the tactics, it takes a while. It takes a while for these things to gel, which is why it's better for our starting 11, our first 11, but for a team like this, it doesn't always work out. It doesn't even. This is a lineup for a friendly. Exactly. It's weird, is what it is. So, Glenn, mate, have a day off. Have a day off. Cardiff fans will be up for it as well, no less. You know? So, I'm not confident, but I'm backing the boys to get it done, because if they're not good enough to do it, then fucking Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Um, 2-1. Yeah, get your predictions in the chat. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. We are nearly, very nearly at 50 likes already. Weird graphic for they're doing numbers instead of players. Yeah, let's get to 50 likes on the stream. Try and get to 100 as soon as possible. Thank you very much, all of you tuning in here today. As I said, we've got Newcastle on the weekend. We've got Aston Villa, and then we've got Bournemouth after that as well. Just to see out the year. Bournemouth obviously getting a massive, well, not a massive result, but a good result. 4-4 against Manchester United yesterday. Oh. Was it Cardiff, Chelsea? Penalties, I think, straight away. Fairly sure. I don't think there's extra time. Na, Giroud. Expecting a loss. Yeah. I think all of these people, Glenn included, Glenn mainly, having a go at me for speculating or sort of worrying that this team might not be the starting 11 we should have gone with. Excuse me for thinking that going into a quarter final of a trophy is what do you mean we've kicked off? Chelsea's Twitter saying we've kicked off. I'm not even remotely kicked off yet. Has anyone else had that? I'm on Sky Sports main event. Have I rewound? What's that all about? There we go. Underway, getting booed by Cardiff. $50 likes on the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 o'clock. Let's try and get to 100 likes as soon as possible. Let's get the ball rolling on this one sooner rather than later. I think we're going to be in for an interesting game, regardless. Hope nobody attacks the Cardiff ball boy. If you know, you know. Well, luckily we don't have... I'd say luckily. I would have preferred Ed Hazard in the squad, to be fair. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, unsure. I think the admin was just a little bit keen, to be fair. I personally think this is Maresca saying to the board, you're forcing me to use the whole squad, even though they're not all good enough. Now here's the whole fucking squad. Deal with the consequences. That's what we were saying. That's what I was saying earlier in the stream. Don't know why you're complaining about getting Cardiff. We got Palace. Are you dim? At what point? At what point would you assume I was complaining about Cardiff being our opponents here? You know? VAR is in play for this game, I would assume. Would you rather no internet or slow internet? I don't know. They're both as useless as each other, to be fair. I don't think this is going to be an easy game by any stretch, though, at the same time. You say that, me saying I didn't want Cardiff. Of course I wanted Cardiff, but I don't think I'm getting worried about a League One team at all. I'd be complaining about this level of rotation against any team. I don't understand why you're here. You're not talking any sense. Tyreek George, again, one of these players. He hasn't played for Chelsea in months. I was going to say Swansea there. Cardiff playing around the back. Oh, under pressure. Cardiff goalkeeper played about in the 6-yard box. I think it's Nav and Harrison are the two Arsenal fans who are regulars in here. It's weird. I'd say outside of Chelsea, the most regular sort of the most common fan base in here is Arsenal fans outside of Chelsea. Who do you think are going to score? I'd love to see Guiu score. I think it would be hilarious if Tosin got a goal. I can see. Is it Robinson? I can see Robinson getting a goal. Good run here by Buonanotte. Completely outbodied there by Callum Chambers. Hello, Roy. Hello, Steve. How's it going? Thank you, Nav. Do appreciate the kind words. Jermaine. Did I see Jermaine? Hello, Jermaine. Good run here. Decent shot. Gittins blocked. Comes out Caicedo. Battling for it. Doesn't win the throw. How's the Christmas shopping going? It's going. I've got some bits to do this weekend with the missus out of town. She's back at her mother's again to see her for Christmas because we're not there for Christmas this year. We were there last year, but we're not there this. We're at home this year. I was going to say thank God as if I don't like being there for Christmas. I really do enjoy being there for Christmas, but I'm a homebody. I like having Christmas at my own gaff, you know. A quiet one this year. Crossed in, good chance. Robinson's header Straight into the hands of Jorgensen, lofted in. Hope we see the ends of clock. Well, unless there's a goal, we'll see one if we hit 100 likes. So get those likes up. No, you say good save. I feel that a lot of, not even just blokes, men and women, aren't overly fond on their in-laws or their significant others, mums and dads. But I feel like I've got quite lucky. Her mum's great. Her mum's really nice. I've gotten lucky, I would say. We get on really, really well. It is as though, you know, she's my mum. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel that sort of awkwardness of, it's just a random, we're conversating for the sake of it, you know? We get on really well, even when she's not there, sort of thing. Keeps me well fed. She does. She does. Am I the only one who finds saying rough more than once so difficult? I'm not woofing for you, mate. I'm not a dog. Good try, though. It's a good attempt. You must get yourself one of those ones. Well, I mean, it's early days, you know, 4 years. We'll see what it's like after 24 years, you know. But there's no real reason why it shouldn't be like this forever, you know. Oh, it's warm in here today. One man went to Mo. Slow start from Chelsea. I don't think we look bad, but Cardiff are very, very much in this game. As you'd expect, home in a quarter-final. How the fuck did you know that? I feel like I was born with this thing called common sense, you know? Plus, I also have this thing called a voice in my head that says things before I say things out loud. I don't know. Some people might not do it. How's Rufus? He's good. He's very good. Very good indeed. He just had about 7 shits in the garden before I started. Here's Andre Santos, Mark Guiu, dispossessed. Played out wides. Gittins. Gittins being booed, or is that everyone being booed? What a terrible slogan for a casino, by the way. Mr. Q, the casino you love to hate. What? What could that possibly mean? In any way that is positive. That doesn't make any sense. Brilliant chance. Badia Shiel on the edge of the box. It's a schwapper. It's a swinger. It's over the bar. Or at least they're honest. That just to me sounds like we're so fucking rigged and shit. Allegedly. No, I'm not accusing Mr. Q of being rigged, but I'm just saying that wording to me seems like we will piss you off so much you're going to hate us and you're going to love hating us. So much so that you're going to go to our competitors. That's what it comes across as. Who comes in if Baldy leaves? Oh, let's have a look, by the way. Next manager sacked odds. So, yesterday morning, so before the Cardiff press conference, he was 18 to 1. 18 to 1. After the press conference, he was 10 to 1. He is now back up to 12 to 1 to get the sack. So we'll see how it looks after the game. Reckless tackle there by Achimpong. Crossed in, good shots. Not the most comfortable of say. Has he what? Has he given the free kick after this? It's a foul. Advantage, advantage, advantage. Shot. He's got the shot off. He's not. I think it's a goal kick. He's given the goal kick. I was about to say. Can't let them line up a shot for 30 fucking seconds and then give the free kick when they miss it. No, it's going to be like Glasner, Iraola, De Zerbi, all of those lot, won't it? Just the next in line to be yes men. They've realised that Enzo Maresca does not want to be a yes man forever. And he's sick of it. You know? 69 likes on the stream. Very nice. It's Glazer Clock. I feel like Glazer Clock has a real fucking ring to it, you know. Glazer. It's Glazer Clock. I quite. It's got a ring to it. George crossed in across the 6-yard box and out for a throw-in. This guy has Johnny Minerals level brains about the club. Mate, for not 1 second did I say that I would want any of those people managing the club. I haven't said that I want Maresca to leave. So, outrageous levels of slander comparing me to that fucking idiot. Not drinking this evening? No, mate, I'm on the tea. Got me tea. Not recently. Not this season. Last season, I was having it. I wasn't having it. But good shot. Gittins. I'm just saying, those are the managers that we are likely to go for. Buena notte. George. Down the right. Up against it. Plays it back. Tosin. Achimpong seems to be playing inside. Tosin's now come back inside, so... This guy has Johnny Minerals levels. I just didn't see that as a compliment, mate. Apologies if you're a fan of Johnny. I've just realized I don't feel like I am the same sort of fan as Johnny. You might see him as like he's proper fucking Chelsea, but I don't know. You're comparing it favorably, but you must realize that if someone comes here and compares me to Johnny Minerals, 9 times out of 10, it's not a compliment. And I think most people in the chat will agree. You know, you might have your own thing. I would say I'm sure he's a nice bloke, but I don't even know that, you know. I'm not implying that he's not a nice bloke, but I don't know enough about him to know if he is a nice bloke or not. Same goes for if he actually... I really don't listen to him anymore. I've listened to him enough to know that I don't share all the same opinions. But I don't share all the same opinions about everyone else. The beauty of my channel is, much like everyone else's, it's your own opinion, you know? I don't echo the same opinions. I don't echo the same opinions of someone else to try and replicate someone else. I'm just giving my own opinions on things. So I don't think I'm like Johnny at all. But then I don't think I'm not like Alex at all. I don't share the same views as Alex Goldberg at all, which has gotten us in arguments in the past, you know? I don't share opinions much the same with a lot of people. I've just... It's not a typical compliment, I would say. You know? To have someone come in and say that I'm like Johnny Minerals as a compliment, you know? But thank you, I guess. Coming in here with good intentions, I guess. You don't think that Johnny says anything that provocative? You must be on the wind-up, surely. What? Come on. His whole thing, his whole shtick is winding people. His whole thing is to get a rise and get clicks. That's become Johnny's whole thing. You know? I don't watch Johnny enough these days to know what to agree or disagree with. The premise that I think about probably regarding Johnny is that more often than not, I can't remember the last time he was happy, and I would say that we've had things to be happy about over the last 8, 9, 10 months. And he's got himself in a situation now where it's hard for him to come across genuinely happy, because his whole premise of his channel at this point is based on like, the board needs to fuck off, this needs to go, this needs to go. So now whenever Chelsea do well, it's hard to take it serious if he's actually happy or not, you know? Whereas I'm someone who, I guess a bit of a flip-flop, but I just want the club to do well. I'm probably the same as him in the sense that, like, I don't like the boards. I don't like the way that they've gone about things. I would just say that the main difference with me and him is that I do try to be as positive as possible. That's the thing. Or like, I do try to look for the positives in things, but when I don't like something, I will say it. So that's why I've been harsh on Maresca over the last like 12 months or so. My main thing is how should I word this? I never want to do this and come across as someone who wants to, hang on. Good chance, George. I never want to be seen as someone who makes content clearly with the intention of getting clicks. You've seen my channel. It goes up and it goes down and it goes... sometimes I'll get thousands of views on videos, tens of thousands. Sometimes I'll get like hundreds. Sometimes it'll be really low. But I'm still going to keep going. Whereas you look at people like Rory and a few others, and it is just all clickbait shit. I pride myself off of, yeah, there's the odd thing here or there, like mainly with the Jamie Carragher thing during the summer. Like I did a lot of clickbaiting on that, but that's not gonna. That was negative against him. It wasn't negative against Chelsea. I'm never gonna fucking. How do I word it? Clickbait against Chelsea for the sake of just getting views. Does that make sense? Unless I truly think it's worth it in terms of I don't like the manager, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. You know, my main thing I absolutely hate. Cardiff are in here. Oh my God. My biggest pet peeve with the industry that I am working in is that the shitter and the worse that Chelsea are, the better everyone performs, like views-wise, clicks-wise. I fucking hate it. Like peak performance for most Chelsea channels was during like the Potter phase and all that, Pochettino and all that. And now we're doing all right-ish, and we're getting better gradually. Views are not popping for some people as much as possible, and I'm one of them who it's like I'm not as much as it was sort of. I wouldn't say. I think video wise it's doing well compared to a couple of years ago. That's just natural growth, you know. But I hate. He grew up with the club being one of the best in the world and winning constant Premier Leagues. Well, yeah, I understand that, and I'm someone who I've echoed as well. At no point do I think Chelsea fans should lower their standards. In fact, I think I've been one of the main ones to say like fuck that to a lot of things. Of like when that bloke came out in the press conference a couple of seasons ago saying like Chelsea fans, they're going to have to get used to losing games from time to time. They're going to have to get used to not being as good for a little while. Like that sort of shit can fuck off. I will never lower my standards as much as they want us to by, you know, doing certain things to lower our sort of standards as a whole. I honestly think we're close to being something very special again. We've got some unreal players. We do, but I agree with Maresca a lot. He needs support. He does need support. And you look at this starting 11, is a prime example, and he's done it on purpose to really showcase, like, look what I've got here. You want me to rotate? I'll rotate. Here you go. You know? Yeah, yeah. We'll see how we go. I think we'll wait until after the January transfer window. We'll wait until February before, like, I think it starts to really kick off in February if we don't make at least one or two important signings to rectify the defense, to rectify, you know, attacking, maybe even the midfield. We need an extra midfielder because Caicedo, I don't think needs to be playing in this game, considering we've dropped every other fucker. I can guarantee you if we had another midfielder who wasn't Enzo or James or Caicedo available, you best believe that Caicedo would have been dropped today. 100%. Yeah, I can understand why you say I echo the same sort of sense. I think what I'm trying to say is it's the way I go about it. I don't want to see. Well, it's not I don't want to seem, but I am not someone who's like stuck in my ways defiantly. You know, times do change. We are not the Abramovich Chelsea anymore. So whilst I say like we can't drop our standards, there has to be some sort of wiggle room whilst we recover and go back to where we belong. And I do think in time we will get there. My thing is that I will not accept us being a regular sort of, we're challenging for top 5, top 4, you know, that sort of thing, top 6. We need to be a Premier League winning side again. And no, it's fine, mate. I was only joking anyway, in terms of, again, for the most part, in the Chelsea community, I find that if you do get told you're like Johnny Minerals, it's not typically a compliment. I feel like most people, if they said that, I'd be like, you what? But no, I understand what you meant now. Calls for a yellow card against Buonanotte. Yeah, I was really happy that that George wasn't striker today. I like Buonanotte. I think he's all right. He doesn't get played enough, I will say that. Will we win the Prem in the next 20 years? Yes, of course we absolutely will. Whether or not I'll still be doing the watch-alongs in 20 years, that's another question. How old would I be? I'd be 60? No, 60. I'll be 50 years old. 60. I would be 50 years old in 20 years from now. Old man, old man. Old man, old man. Can you imagine being 50 and... Honestly, I don't even think football is going to be even remotely the same sport in 20 years. So I don't know how to word it, but I can imagine people not supporting clubs the way we support clubs these days. Like, I really do think that modern football is going to change so I don't know how or what, like in what way, but football will not be... so many people hate football now compared to what they did already. I feel like the rules are going to change so much and not for the better. It's all going to be attention span based. Eventually, it will get put to quarters if the Americans get on a hold of it enough, you know? The beard is Santa-like. Is it getting a bit too much, is it? I think it's quite tidy. And I'm doing the sides on purpose. I'm getting a haircut on I think the 29th. I'm 61 and think the changes from the 80s are not good. It is, and not to sound like a broken record, but the Pep effect and all that sort of stuff, it's just... Oh, it's a brilliant ball through. It's Mark Guiu. Took way too long to release the ball there. Way too long. The overcomplication, is it complication? Overcomplication, not complication. The overcomplication of football with like tactics and stuff, of like the science behind it and everything. It's just so fucking dull. I understand it's very impressive. Wow. It's very, very impressive. You got sports scientists and all sorts working all these fucking runs around the side and the diamond. There's just so many fucking things that have just made football so dull and boring. And for instance, when we get all the way up to the corner and then Neto, for instance, will turn it back and pass to fucking Gusto, who plays it back to Sanchez, and we start over again. It's fucking boring. Just hit it. Fuck. Gone are the days. Just fucking hit the ball. Have a shot. But you can't, because the defending's different now as well. And it's such a different game. The entertainment value is just, it's so gone. I don't know if it's because I was younger, but I just remember as a kid, you had to keep your eye on the game the whole time just because you never knew what was going to happen. Whereas with now, it's like, I feel like, and let me know, I mean, because most of you are watching, a lot of you are obviously watching me at the same time, but you're on your phone. And I probably would be as well. When on the rare occasions over the last 5 years that I've been doing this, that I haven't been able to do the watch-alongs, I think there's been like 6 or 7 times. I've been on my phone the entire time because I'm like, this is fucking boring. It's so boring, man. Fucking do something. And that is just football as a whole. It really is. I love football. I will never not watch football unless it gets to a point where it is just not the same sport again. Like at all. But for many of us, we've gone through so much watching Chelsea that it's been the only constant in a lot of our lives is Cardiff with a great chance! Oh my God! It's taken a mean deflection and Jorgensen's had to react, and react he has. He's tipped it onto the post and out for a corner. What a save from Jorgensen there. Oh, a fantastic save. Do you think, what was that? Do you think with some of the boredom now it affects atmosphere? Of course it does. You see people on their phone all the time in grounds. Even when I used to go all the time, there was even like back in like 2018, 19, just before COVID, that's when I used to go all the time as a member, going to at least all the home games. Even then, there were so many people on their phones. And obviously that was a long time ago in the scheme of things, football-wise. People were on their phones all the time. And it wasn't just kids. People are bored. Football is second screen content now. It is. There is very rarely that sort of like, I'd say the majority of games are like ones that you can easily just kind of have it on the side and not really pay attention. Unless you are like a fucking fanatic with tactics and formations, and like you're analyzing the game, you're like you want to become a manager or a coach yourself or whatever. Or a footballer, I guess. For the average fan, it's like, oh, cool. It's one of those games, where it's like pass it left, right, and then put it to fucking, here's Gusto, and he's cut it back and he plays it to Tosin, and to Badiashile, and over to Hato, and then and he plays it forwards, and then back again, back to Hato, then it's over again, plays it to Sanchez, and it's just like, fuck me. We watch the same passage of play about 13,000 times a game. Hit it! Again, Acheampong, for instance here, charging run, storming run for a centre-back, right back in this game, but a centre-back storming forward. If that was David Luiz, if that was Alex, if that was Rudiger even, they're fucking cunting that ball. They're hitting it. Whereas, God love him, I do like Achimpong, but he's just taken way too long there. I reckon he would have looked for the little side pass anyway. I don't think he would have hit that. I'm not saying we've been terrible in this game at all, but yeah, it's proper nerdy game, isn't it now, football? It's such a nerd. They're a bunch of dweebs. Bunch of absolute fucking nerds, all of these players. God, you're so good at football, aren't you? Such good close control. God, we get it. You can pass the ball in a tight space. Jeez. Can you hit it from 40 yards out? I don't think you can. It's the owners. Yeah, you don't get games like Bournemouth and United last night. That's why. Yeah, I mean, last night is a prime example of like that's a proper fucking game of football. That's a great game. But I'm saying that those games are so far and few between, or few and far between, or whatever the fucking saying is. It's so rare. It's enough to make a grown man cry when those kinds of games. Even as a neutral watching those, it doesn't even have to have your game, your side playing in. But you sit down, cup of tea or a pint, and you got your dinner, and you're watching that, and it's just like, oh, it's the good old days, you know, fucking proper football, mayhem, bedlam, goals galore. Man United going 1-0 up, then it's 1-1, then it's 2-1 United, then it's 2-2, and then Bournemouth go 3-2 up, and then it's 3-3. United go 4, and then it's just, do you know what I mean? It's a basketball match of football, basically. None of this tippy-tappy fucking shit. I'm sick of it. Bunch of dweebs. Yeah, this is a quintessential boring game, by the way, of like, I don't know. It doesn't scream loss, you know. It doesn't scream loss. Are you into the NFL? God no. Not even slightly. I've watched my fair share of Super Bowls, I'd say. I've watched about 5 or 6 Super Bowls. I put a bet on every now and then. Always so shit. Dramatic, but right at the end, usually. Unless it's an absolute rampage, which sometimes it has been. But typically, no. Not really. Soccer Aid or Baller League? Soccer Aid when I was a kid. These days, it's shite. I'd play in it, but I don't watch it anymore. Baller League, I get why it's entertaining. I just haven't really gotten around to watching it, to be fair. Five minutes to go until halftime. Please do like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit the bell notification. I'll be live at full time for a live review, as always. We can dabble, go through what we've seen so far. Not a lot. Gittins, dispossessed. That's another thing. Just wingers are so shit these days. God, I miss the likes of fucking Robin and just Walcott. Just players that I'm trying to think of like proper ballers. Obviously Hazard goes without saying. But like I just miss being able to see wingers who can take on a man, who can take someone on, you know, just basic skills, not even anything crazy, just one of, you know, a through the leg dummy and then turn and swivel your man and run out and just one of those. It's obviously harder because defenders are better and wingers aren't as good as, and they're tiny as well. But like, at least with Zola, at least with Hazard, just as an example, at least they had a bit of fucking arse on them. Do you know what I mean? They had a bit of weight to them, so they weren't so easily pushed over. You look at Madueke, you look at Gittins, you look at fucking, I mean, Neto's a little stockier than the others, but Willian as well had a bit of weight on him, so he wasn't so easily fucking pushed out the way. Players these days, they're so scrawny. They're so weedy, you know? It's very rare you see a footballer who's actually built anymore. Semenyo's class. Semenyo's a throwback for sure. Semenyo's like a proper fucking calm it down Jorgensen. Jesus Christ. Oh, Gittins with a shocking pass. He's got away with it though. Semenyo to Chelsea, I beg. I reckon he would absolutely tear it up for us. Cardiff can definitely run away with this if they want to. Like, not if they want to, but like if they get a chance. By no means are they out of this game. Obviously, it's only 0-0, but you know what I'm trying to fucking say. Victor Moses, yeah, another one, built. I just think you look at certain, like, I'd love to know how much does it say on FOTMob and that, how much these players weigh? Tyreek George. No. 181 centimeters. Gittins. No. I wish you could tell how much these players weigh. I reckon there's a significant... oh, God. In with a chance. Wide. I reckon there's a significant weight difference between players even 10 years ago to players now. Nah, built like Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio's fucking... he's fucking... he's got weight on him. You know, he's always been stocky. I just think all footballers, for the most part, like centre-backs, you still see some players who are, like, built. But, like, it's just all of them. They're all so weedy. They're all so like, string beans, aren't they? So then you look at someone like Traore, who's built like a shithouse. It looks weird. Moises Caicedo clapping the referee and getting a yellow cards. Akinfenwa's just a bit... I wouldn't say excessive because it served him well, but I'm saying like in the scheme of like built players, he was an exception. Played in, back post, headed across goal, and a good save by Jorgensen. Just 1 minute of additional time. And Jorgensen, even though we could have countered there, has tracked back with the ball in his hand and then just rolled it out whilst everyone's gone up. So that's that killed off. Caicedo in the book. Getting swiveled. Still 5 seconds to go there, ref. Oh, man. Substitutions at half-time. Should we already go through what's available? Yeah, man of the match so far for Chelsea. Chelsea players aren't going down the tunnel. What's going on? Now they are. Jorgensen, man of the match for Chelsea so far with that save. Other than that, really nothing. Nothing at all to really write home about. You know. Not like the worst, but not a good game at all. Terrible game in terms of entertainment value. And with the lineup that we have, we are more or less just kind of asking them to come at us, you know. Have I got... No, not that. He's not sent off, don't worry. Not red card. Red card. Yellow card. I'm just showcasing. There we go. Oh man, just I couldn't be asked for the game as it was this afternoon. You know, it's one of those where it's just like, oh, do we have to fucking watch this game? Because it just, you knew it was going to be like this. Come on, you fucking knew it was going to be like this. I don't think there's anyone that was kind of excited for the game today in any way. And you kind of thought, well, at least if he puts a strong enough... I wasn't expecting like full strength by any stretch of the imagination, but I was expecting a semi-decent side, you know? But as soon as I saw that lineup, I was thinking, well, that's an evening just ruined. That's an evening of having to watch utter shite. And utter shite it has been so far. Not anything terrible to really write home about. Like, it's nothing... To be fair, give the kids a game. It's a quarter-final! What is this? What? People saying that of like, it's a good run out for the youngsters. Good game for the reserve players. I know it's Cardiff. I know it's League One, but it's a quarter final for a place in a semi final. We realistically do need to be winning a domestic trophy soon, you know. And I know the Carabao Cup isn't necessarily like the biggest game. The biggest tournament. I'll take it. You know. Cardiff in great form, are they? They are top of the table in League One. 4 points clear. They've won their last 4 games in a row. The EFL Trophy. Cardiff faced Arsenal's under-21s. What? It's an important game, even if our club doesn't take it seriously. I wish they would. The other games, Man City versus Brentford. Newcastle versus Fulham, and then Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. We've got a chance. The thing is with us with domestic finals is I hate getting to the final lately because we just lose them every time at the moment. I wish I could see a statistic of like our record in finals over the last like 7 or 8 years in domestic finals. Because I feel like we've lost every single one. You know, we haven't won at Wembley in a final since 2018. I was there for that FA Cup final against Manchester United. And we have not won a single one since then. And we've been in about 5, I would say. I think we've been in... Well, we were in the FA Cup final and the Carabao Cup final and lost to Liverpool on both ones, no? We had Leicester. We had maybe who we had? Chelsea in domestic finals. Here we go. Not international cups. Cup history. Surely there's a website. Oh, Arsenal as well. I think we played Arsenal twice. Final. Not finals. What's that? Oh, Champions League. Here we go. FA Cup, right? Oh my God. So, okay. So in the FA Cup alone, we beat Manchester United in the 17-18 season, right? We've established that. Eden Hazard penalty. Lost to Man United in the 5th round the next year. Then we were in the FA Cup final 3 seasons in a row. We lost to Arsenal, we lost to Leicester, and we lost to Liverpool. 3 seasons in a row. We were in the final against Man City in the 18-19 season in the Carabao Cup. Lost to them on penalties. 2021, 2022, we're in the final against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. And then we were in the final against Liverpool in the 23-24. So since the last time we won in a domestic final, we have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finals in a row in domestic finals. So 6 losses in a row at Wembley. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Disallowed goal. Yeah, the Chilwell goal. I mean, we've been fucked over quite a lot in finals, so I will argue that is... But it is also not an excuse at the same time, you know. Lukaku's goal disallowed. We had Kovacic getting sent off when he shouldn't have been. We had, I think, was it Alexis Sanchez should have been offside or the handball that he did. There's loads. That might have been the 16-17 final, to be fair, but either way, I remember Mount's disaster class in those finals. That guy was a jinx. He was. Aspi got stomped on the groins. Tielemans' goal was handball. Yeah, we've had our fair share. What? I don't even know what that means, mate. I'm trying to work out what that could possibly mean. But thank God, by the way, thank God we're so good in European Cup finals. You know, bar the one against Manchester United, we've been pretty fucking good, you know. Conference League, won it. Both Europa Leagues, won it twice. Bayern Munich, Man City, and you can't ask for more. In the biggest stage, we always do it, for the most part. If that Terry had gone in, we would have won that as well. Admire the manager for playing these lads. Can't afford this month to lose a team, to lose the 18 players. Big shout out to the real fans supporting in Cardiff. I don't know if it's admiration if it doesn't pay off. It's a risk. It's a big risk. Was Taylor the ref for most of them? Probably. Who do you think is the most underrated player in our team? Neto. Pedro Neto, for sure. And then probably Trevor Chalobah. Both underrated and overhated, to be honest with you. I think Josh is like he's like fairly rated. Like he's rated fairly. You're asking some wild questions. Oh, fuck hell. Anyway. Well, in terms of substitutions, I mean, it's mostly first team players on the bench, so it's a weird one. I don't even think Tosin's been dreadful. Maybe bring Gusto on. I don't think I'd risk James. Probably take Tosin off, Achimpong into centre back, put Gusto at right back. I'd probably take Gittins off and put Garnacho on. And then a little later put Joao Pedro on for Buonanotte, maybe. Yeah, not Garnacho, actually. Put Neto on. I really like Marmite, actually. We are nearly on 100 likes. Please do smash the like button, subscribe. The second half is nearly upon us. Oh. Would you rather Chelsea... Who would you rather at Chelsea, Foden or Saka? Neither, really. I mean, at the moment, Foden's looking pretty fucking good. I don't know. I've never rated... I can appreciate Saka's a good player. I've said this so many times, but I can appreciate Saka's a good player, but I just think he's like massively overrated. Joao Pedro is coming on. But I really don't know. I guess probably Saka. But Garnacho's coming on as well. Double substitution. Right. I would imagine it's a like for like. Who are we saying? Joao Pedro on for Buenanotte and Garnacho on for Gittins. I was wrong. Tyreek George and Mark Guiu. He's made his point. Yeah. Now he wants to win the game. Yeah. Mark Guiu off. Joao Pedro on. And then it's Tyreek George off for Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho's first touch is fucking like abysmal. All right. I mean, commentator there said, well, when you look at that first half, it's hard to tell which one was the Premier League side. And it's like, I feel like that's more disrespectful to Cardiff than anything. I don't think that says that, oh, Cardiff were that good. They made the Premier League side. I mean, let's not be fucking funny here. We're playing our B team. If they were playing, if they, you know, if he said that and we'd have our A team out, I can kind of understand where he's saying that. But I actually think that's disrespectful towards Cardiff. C team, B team, probably, but probably C. Well, I don't know. C team. We're back underway though. 100 likes on the stream. Thank you very much, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Hey! Hey, it's 8 o'clock. Can we get off to a thumping start? Fingers crossed. Putting them under pressure here. What are the odds Caicedo gets a second yellow in this game, by the way? I'm taking odds. What are the odds? I've got a fucking dodgy feeling in my bollocks that Caicedo is going to get a stupid second yellow. And people, we're all going to look back at it and say, it's another red card for Caicedo. And that first one for clapping the ref. What a fucking idiot. I can smell it. I can smell that second yellow coming. Got some gaming streams coming up over the Christmas period on this channel and on my new, I say my new, my second channel. We'll be playing some, maybe some Switch Sports. If any of you have a Switch with Switch Sports, we can play some golf, you know. I'll take you on at some 18 holes if you can do that. I'm pretty good. Play some more Red Dead Redemption 2, but also carry on the FIFA career mode that we started. Shall we talk about poo? It's a bit early for that. Still waiting on Killing Lance. We do need to finish Vice City, especially with GTA 6 coming out sometime in our lifetime. Hopefully. That's one of the things. If I die prior to GTA 6 getting released, I'll be fucking fuming. That'll be the thing I think I'll be most annoyed about. What's that obstacle course game? Unsure. But yeah, I'm off for 3 weeks, so we've got plenty of time to play a lot of Christmas games. Not Christmas games, but games a lot around Christmas period, you know? I've got a whole 4-day weekend to myself this coming weekend, so a lot of streams this weekend for sure. Have you finished the Red Dead Redemption 2 story yet? I haven't. That's one of the games I want to start finishing off. I'm not going to restart it on the streams. I'm just going to carry it on my second channel. Davis. This screams penalty shootout, does it not? Oh, Fall Guys. Oh, I see, yeah. Oh, dodgy first pass there. Here come Cardiff. Davis, insides. And again. Played wides. Good chance here. Crossed in. Saved very well by Jorgensen. Again, he's had some good hands on him so far today, Jorgensen. Don't want to speak too soon. But I'm just saying, he looked all right. Good distribution there from Jorgensen as well. Taken down well by Hatto. All the way back to Jorgensen, though. Hatto. Do you think we'll win something this season? All right. You've had your fun today. You're getting banned. I'm sorry. I draw the line at spoilers. You've got your obsession with Garnacho. That's one thing. But spoiling things is just fucking boring, isn't it, really? Good chance. Caicedo! What an annoying fucker he was, eh? Gittins. Deflected. Beard is looking Giroud-esque. It's a solid beard at the moment, isn't it? Luscious. Is the list still in operation? The list is here. Conor McNamara is still on there. He's not going on the list. I can't be asked. João Pedro down with a knock to the head. Play continues regardless. Oh, dispossessed there. Buonanotte with the ball. Looks for the cross. It's a lovely pass! Oh, my word. What a chance. Garnacho with a huge opportunity to put Chelsea 1-0 up there. The keeper with an easy save in the end. Callum Chambers, the one dispossessed. Buonanotte with a sublime cross. Absolutely brilliant. And a fucking awful finish from Garnacho. Should be 1-0. Should have made them pay there. Oh, my word. Caicedo's giving it away. Buonanotte wins it back. Gittins. Jorgensen. Lovely play. Caicedo out wides. Decent enough first touch from Garnacho. Takes on his man. Crosses it in brilliantly. Outside of the boot. Looks for a handball. Achimpong. Andre Santos. Back wides to Gittins. Cuts inside. And again. Cleared away. Out for a corner ball from the deflection. And it's going to be Cardiff's first substitution of the game. Yeah, they're making a substitution. Making a substitution when they've got a corner to defend. Oh, I could really go for a poo right about now. What are we saying? Is it time we start talking about a poo? Or is it too soon? The bowel movements have been decent lately. I fear that we're going to lose a lot of viewers who aren't sure what I'm talking about. But for context, I was talking about poo a couple of games ago when we really needed a goal. And by chance, we scored. And then I started talking about it again and we scored again. So now there's a bit of a superstition that talking about shite helps to, get the ball flowing. Garnacho. Get the juices flowing, Go and take a corner. I'm all right now. What a fucking dreadful game this has been. Oh, dispossessed there. Bad pass. And again, it's Garnacho, and it's in. Chelsea won. The substitution pays off. Oh, fuck that celebration, man. Cut the music. Stop doing that celebration. It's Cardiff, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God. What a way to ruin a goal. I hate him. I can't stand him. Win the fucking game. Don't do that. I saw a stat. Every single fucking time he's done that celebration, we've got the team he plays for has gone on to lose the game. I hate it. Have some fucking shame. Quarter-final or not. Chelsea won, Cardiff 0. He's such a prick. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about poo for all of about 2 minutes ago. And lo and behold, out it comes. It does seem to work. Poo theory does work. If you don't know, now you know. Happy Christmas, Simon. Good to see you, mate. I think, Simon, mate, I think you are the oldest, and not age-wise, but I think you are the longest watching viewer I've got. Besides Azza, who shows up every now and then, Simon Druce in the chat was here in the Twitch days a long, long time ago. Shows his face from time to time. But he is as OG as it gets. Garnacho, good chance here to make it 2. It's João Pedro. Buenanotte! Oh my God, what a shot. Tipped over the bar. Is his name? Is his name? Ung. Oh, no way. There's no way that guy's name is Ung. Perry Ung. Is it pronounced Ung? I don't think I've ever seen, besides Joe. Anyone remember Joe? Brazilian? I don't even think that was his last name, though. It was João Alves de Assis Silva. So that wasn't even his real name. Perry Ung. He's from Liverpool. That's even worse that he's English. Has he got Asian heritage? Personal life. Where's his personal life? Because I'm not being funny, his middle name is Tian He. Tian He Ung. But his first name's Perry. I've just never seen a two-letter English name, or could be Thai. There you go. Ung is eligible to play for the Singapore national team through his paternal grandfather. He told 442 in May of 2017 that he wanted to represent them and had been contacted by the Football Association of Singapore. Fair play. Makes sense. I just didn't know what the hell. That also looks nothing like Perry Ung. Yeah, I suppose you can see it. How'd you say it? Not sure. Fair play. I just saw his shirt and it was just NG and I was like, what's that all about? You know? Andre Santos, bit heavy on the pass here, but Alejandro Garnacho could have got to that. Ooh. Maresca rushed the subs. Mate, his substitutions assisted and scored. No, sorry, it's Buonanotte with the assist. But Garnacho got the goal. Did I cry on the weekend? I did not. I was annoyed I didn't, honestly. I was so annoyed with the result. It was the cheapest way possible for him to go out. It was so predictable. And so when it happened, I was like, oh, fuck off, mate, honestly. As soon as he got entered into the tournament, I just knew Gunter was going to be the one to, and I knew it was going to be Gunter that would win and tap him out at the same time. It's just so fucking boring. So boring. And then you see people saying like, oh, it's clearly that's how he wanted to go. It was his choice. Good. Fine, whatever. But it's fucking boring. Crossed in. Great chance for Cardiff. Tipped away by Jorgensen. And down he goes. Yeah. I just thought that with the whole like never give up gimmick that he had, just fucking, you know, pass out, just go out on your sword, just get submitted, but don't tap and just pass out. That's it. He wins by submission technically, but he didn't actually tap out. That was what I was hoping to see. I always thought he was going to lose, but the fact that they did it the cheap way is just so boring. And the fans weren't even booing him on Raw last night. It's so fucking shit. Like, they were booing, but it was like, it's not Roman Reigns kind of heat where he was getting booed constantly. Because the thing is, because of Unreal, everyone knows that it's like the background staff have like chosen that decision. It's not Gunter's fault. He's just done as he's told, you know? And so the fans don't really give a fuck. They're more annoyed at Triple H. Andre Santos. Joao Pedro. Not enough meat and bones on that. Would you like football to be as fixed as wrestling? It probably is, to be fair, mate. I bet more games are fixed than you'd realise. "25 minutes or so left to play. Could really do with a second goal. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Probably just fixed, yeah. Craig Bellamy in the stands. Wales head coach? Since when? More poo. This game is poo. I'm ready for bed. I just want to finish my week so I can start my Christmas. You know? How old's he? 21. The average age on our team in our starting 11 anyway was 22.2 years old. Average age for Cardiff, 25.8. Am I drinking and eating a lot over Christmas? A decent amount, I would say. I won't be getting battered every day, but maybe a drop of Baileys here and there. Joao Pedro, dispossessed. And I don't know, I think that was Gusto who just got absolutely molested there, nutmegged and fell over. Crossed in, headed away. Oh, Simon. Sorry, I forgot. I do apologize. Simon, thank you very much for becoming a member, mate. Really do appreciate it. Dispossessed. And Andre Santos could be... Oh, fucking hell. The quality has been so lacking today. Unsure if I'll do the review after this. We'll see if anything happens. Just because so far, not a lot to talk about, I'll be honest with you. Not a lot that hasn't already been said. Do you know what I mean? I think the main talking point was the lineup. And, you know, I think the point has been made. I think the point has been made by Maresca that the rotated team that got played wasn't good enough to get a goal against this Cardiff side, and then substitution that he made got the goal. Weedy players. Would you take a poo at a football stadium or go back to your... I mean... I'm fairly sure I've had a poo at the Stamford Bridge before. It's not my finest moment. Good chance here. Oh, no! My God, nearly an own goal. The poo theory, mate. Honestly. I bet if I carried on talking there uninterrupted, that would have gone in the back of the net. My words. It just doesn't fail. Malo Gusto nearly getting his third in like 5 games. The poo, it works. But yeah, Stamford Bridge poo was... I think it was a matter of life and death, to be completely honest with you. It wasn't like I'm going to go out of my way to have this poo. I think I needed it so badly that, you know... had to happen, you know? I think I'd had one too many beers, but not in a way where I was pissed, but in a way where it's like bubble guts type thing. You know? I don't realize how many stories I've got, you know? I find most of my more, like, the crazy stories that I've had in my life always involve shit in some way. Or me having a poo somewhere, or needing a poo. Craziest place I've had a poo. I mean, on a plane, probably. I know plenty of people who refuse to have a poo on a plane. I see it as a bit of like a... This is pretty fucking cool, you know? Pooing at 35,000 feet is something that not a lot of people, in the scheme of things, in the scheme of existence, not a lot of people have actually had a shit on a plane. You know? Long haul, fair enough. Short haul. Yeah, short haul's a bit taking the piss. It depends what you class as short haul. If you're taking a plane from, you know, Gatwick to Edinburgh, if you can't last 45 minutes on a plane, you probably shouldn't have had the curry at Spoons. Do you know what I mean? But if you're going to like Turkey or I don't know, like Crete, Greek islands or whatever, I think that's acceptable. 4 to 7 hour flight. You're more than you're more than entitled to have a what's name on the plane, you know? But the food on the plane is horrendous. Well, I'll let you know. I'm flying business class when I go to America in the summer. So I'll let you know what business class on BA is like, you know? Because it's the first time for me. I'll be doing vlogs. I'll be doing all sorts during that trip. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll be documenting the whole thing, even when I go for a poo in business class. Man, that business class shit is gonna hit different. You know, that's gonna be a life-changing moment. I might even go for 2. You know, it's a 10.5-hour flight. So, you know, crossed in, great chance! Cardiff get the goal! One too many poo stories, I believe. Bitten us on the arse. Crossed in. Brilliant header. 15 minutes to go. It might have been offsides. He's off. Oh, no, he's on. He's on. Is it? It's Andre Santos that's kept him on. Oh, my God. Just didn't need to happen, really, did it? First real chance. It's their first real chance. Yeah, it's only Cardiff. It's only Cardiff. What mug was telling me that at the beginning of the game? It's only Cardiff. Stop worrying about the lineup. It's only Cardiff. Oh, Garnacho, you are shit! Does it go straight to pens? Yeah, it does. Smash the likes if you haven't done so already. Subscribe. We might be going to penalties. Whoa! Neto! Oh, ref! Goalkeeper's head injury, but I think that was a penalty. I'm unsure. I don't really want to be relying on a penalty, to be honest with you. I'm unsure if they are using VAR. We could very much lose this. No, I think that goal was on Gusto, from what I saw. Yeah, straight to pens, I think. This goalkeeper's milking the fuck out of this. I don't know. Our record at penalties is pretty good. Penalty shootouts. I feel like we've won quite a few lately. I think it's even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In our last 10, we've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5, lost 5 in our last 10. So that's if we get there, by the way. Played in. Good chance for Cardiff to make it 2-1. Played back. Shot! Saved by Jorgensen. Neto. Bloody Christmas jumper day tomorrow. If we lose, I can't in good conscience wear my Chelsea Christmas shirt. Neto! I will be now! He's done it again. He's done it again! It's 10 o'clock. Put some respect on Pedro Neto's fucking name. Goodness me, I'm by no means happy with this result. I'm by no means celebrating this as though we should be 1-1 at this point in this game against this Cardiff City side. I'm more excited over the fact that Pedro Neto, our top goal scorer, by the way, has scored once again. Put some respect on Pedro Neto's fucking name. It's a deflected shot, but either way, he's got the goal. The amount of disrespect that he gets is fucking criminal. Nervous fart worked. Cheeks unclenched. Could be a chance for a second goal here for Cardiff. Crossed in, headed away, not very well. Deflected. Oh my God. Nearly gone all the way in. Yeah, it was a lucky finish, but still. Achimpong off for Chalobah. Weird. Carefree, wherever you may be. We are the famous CFC. Now we don't give a fuck. Whoever you may be, we are the famous CFC. Carefree. Down the wing we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Hatto looking for the run. We're looking for another goal. That's for sure. Definitely not holding back. What did you think of the Obafemi? What did you think? What did you... I'm assuming you mean what did you think of Obafemi? I love his music. I love his entrance. Seems really good. I've been doing this all day, doing his little walk, you know? Getting a bad feeling. Mate, we've just gone 2-1 up. Shall we sing? Shall we sing? Shall we sing a song for you? Shall we sing a song for you? Keep tickling that like button, please, ladies and gentlemen. Do appreciate it. Click the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe and hit the bell notification. Plenty of content coming up over the Christmas period and beyond. Down the wing we go. Pedro Neto. This looks like a stinky one. A third goal on the horizon. Well, now it's with Garnacho. I'm not so sure. Cuts outside. Crossed in. Good chance. João Pedro! Defended well in the ends. No VAR. They've just confirmed now. It's only taken them to the 87th minute to confirm that there is no VAR. Two and a half minutes to go. I think we'll be fine. Depends how much time's added on. Fish is going to come on. You never know. You never know. The Achimpong change baffles you? Yeah. Just keep him on, for fuck's sake. What the hell? Poor pass from Ng. The commentator just called him Perry NG. There's surely no world in which that you say NG, do you? Ing. He said Perry NG. Added time. It's going to be... How much? 6? 6 minutes of added time. Fuck's sake. Yeah, the keeper. Fuck you. Yeah. There we go. Down the wing. Crossed in. Great chance. Edge of the box. It comes to them again. Could be a penalty. Referee says the ball. And a Chelsea free kick on the halfway line. That was squeaky. That was squeaky. Oh, it's a great tackle. It's a great tackle. Never a penalty. Not on your Nelly. He said, you know what that means? All ball. I mean, it stands for not good. Yeah, it's a great tackle. Pedro. In he comes. Great chance! And he's blazed it. Joao Pedro, mate, should be putting that away. Should have at least got that on target. He should have, yeah. Oh, Newcastle on the weekends. Joao Pedro put over the top. It's Alejandro Garnacho. And it's in. Brilliant first time touch. Great pass from Joao Pedro. And a fantastic finish from Alejandro Garnacho. That is all she wrote. Chelsea 3. Cardiff 1. We didn't make it too easy for ourselves, but it wasn't difficult in the end, realistically speaking. Didn't need to concede that goal that we did. But a great result, nevertheless. On to the semi-finals, of which Newcastle or Fulham. Man City or Brentford's, Arsenal or Crystal Palace. Another semi-final for Enzo Maresca. And it's a really good finish. It's a really good goal from Garnacho there. A brace for him today. Has he found his level? Will you do the reaction to the draw tomorrow? Are the games on at the same time tomorrow? No. I'll see. I might do a watch along for the Newcastle game, and watch both of them at the same time, and then we can do the draw maybe. Yeah, great goal. Really nice goal. Free kick crossed in. Jorgensen. Poor from him. Get up. We want to go to bed. Oh my God, man. Who is that? Tosin? Badiashile. I thought that was his hair was too long to be Tosin, to be fair. Get that Christmas jumper ready. I will, mate. Where is it? We ate Tottenham. We ate Tottenham. We ate Tottenham, and we ate Tottenham. Chalobah with the throw. Six minutes has been played. Probably at least another minute and a half, I'd say. Oh, maybe not. He said that's enough. There's no way they're coming back. Blow it! He has. Chelsea 3, Cardiff 1. I'm not going to do a review after that just because it was what it was. We saw what was needed to be seen. A win. A brace from Garnacho. Another goal from... who scored the first one? Neto. That was it. And a semi-final once again. With that said, thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video on the way out. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification. I will be joining. As you know, I won't. I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. And I might be live tomorrow for a watch along. We'll see how it goes.